Yemen's internally displaced people are facing a dire situation. A report from the UN High Commissioner for Refugees highlights the bleak conditions for millions of internally displaced people, returnees, and host community members. The data gathered from over 47,000 households in the first half of this year reveals the harsh reality of life in formal and informal displacement camps.
The increasing suffering of the displaced indicates that the United Nations and international humanitarian organizations have abandoned their responsibility that they claim to be carrying out during the years of aggression against Yemen, and thus this file will worsen based on the political data that now governs these organizations. The United Nations has not provided sufficient support, and therefore we, as Yemenis, must improve the situation of the displaced without relying on international organizations.
Among the findings, an overwhelming 85% of surveyed families cannot afford enough food, forcing them to adopt extreme measures just to survive. For many, this means skipping meals or drastically reducing portion sizes. For many, hunger has become a daily struggle.
We hold the international community responsible, specifically the United Nations, which was supposed to be established to improve human conditions in the whole world. But today, it stands as a spectator and is complicit with the American, British, and Israeli enemy to intensify the suffering of the Yemeni people. This indicates that the United Nations and all organizations have lost their basic principle of existence.
The report paints a stark picture of a humanitarian crisis that shows no sign of easing. Years of conflict, coupled with the devastating effects of climate change, continue to exacerbate the suffering of Yemen's most vulnerable populations. The UN describes these statistics as a stark reminder of the suffering endured by Yemen's displaced population, which is a humanitarian crisis exacerbated by dwindling resources and insufficient aid.
The numbers are devastating, but they are more than statistics because they represent the lives of families battling hunger every day. As Yemen's crisis drags on, the need for urgent international intervention grows more critical. Abdul Latif Al-Washali, Press TV.